Welcome to a brand new Imperator Rome series. I did one as Rome just recently. I've been messing around with it, and I figured why not do a Bosporan Kingdom, and if I'm going to do it, why not publish it on YouTube as well? So the plan here is to just sort of mull about and get these cities rolling, get a decent tech level, conquer Chersonesus, probably get into it with Scythia at some point or whatnot, but mostly defensive until we can get a proper technology and bankroll to where we can hire some fat merc stacks and go out and conquer. We have a lot of various non-Hellenic or heptatic, actually I guess it's random, so we have various choices here. Let's see, we'll choose Hades here, we'll have him. So we lost a bit of stability, and supposedly what of it? We'll have this, we'll take the social equality. And now we can have different people for our offices. Like this guy is not a member of a great family, not in a member of a great family. And that's good for us. Anybody else not a member of a great family here? Let's see, Torque is the only one we have. Okay, we can replace these guys with great family people, as she's sufficient at 8. She's young. You are an 8 as well. Let's do that. Any of these guys really bad? This guy is not particularly good. We'll have her. Let's see, he's 6. She's better as well. How about you? As a 4, so probably are better choices available. She's a 6. Well, okay. Let's see here. We have her again. We're going matriarchy here, it would seem. Give me a break with this. A 7 here, and we have 8. Well, okie dokie, and we have 9 here. I think he's going to be the last one standing there. Cleonomos Spartokid. Let's see if we can get ourselves a... let's see here, we may as well pull that. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll want to immediately file a claim on Chersonesus, because Scythia or whom not will soon jump on it. We'll do away with our fleet. And essentially we're just going to mull about here and conquer Chersonesus, and then maybe someone will declare war on us, and then we can put it to them. What do we have? We have 8 innovations. Pretty much we want to have the ability to change the law. Here in proscribed canon we can get conversion activities if and when we ever... also get unintegrated culture here. This as well. There, we can change the law now if we want to the conversion. That'll put us down at a 20 stability, and we're not doing it just right now, but it's probably not a really bad idea either to do it. Let's do it. Let's do that. We'll have this conversion. It'll just sit. We could go assimilation, but these guys will assimilate at some point. Most of my pops are going to move into cities anyway. We can build a theater at some point. And I find that a lot of these guys, the wider you get, they just sort of assimilate and then they mull about, not really creating much value relative to research rate. In fact, they tank it, because you got all the primary cultures out on farms, and that's where this number comes from, essentially primary culture or integrated culture. So I'm going to let some time pass. We'll get that claim against Chersonesus and see if we can take it over. Let's get married. So our claim just hit. We're going to take the military reinforcement rate. I believe we can immediately declare war here. It doesn't look like he's affiliated as yet. Declare that war right now. Let's call up our glorious levy. all 4K of it. That would be the size of it. Can we even siege that fort? I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. We've done it. It looks as though Chersonesus is suffering from the same dilemma. He has a 3, we have a 6. I think if we leave one guy at that siege, he won't get anything done. But we can go and chase this unit down, and then so that he won't be ravaging our territories. Didn't work out exactly as planned, but looks as though we're getting the job done here. We can chase this guy down. We've got him. Hopefully stack wipe him. It's over for him. I'll round out my idea set here, and we can get, let's see, we'll get that, and then we'll get 6% bonus there, so we should make a little bit more money with that. I see, I see. Looks as though we've done it, and we don't want to kill off our new pops here. We should be able to peace out right now. We've not done it. We will, though. There we go. That should raise the size of our levy, theoretically at least. No quarter there, we'll have that. Let's disband this levy and hope we're not attacked while we're in the period we can't re-raise. I'm gonna shuffle some pops about and see if I can optimize these new cities. I'll be back. We need to get cultural assimilation here rolling along ASAP. This Sarmatia wants to have an alliance here. I don't really see why not. We could get drawn into his shenanigans, but maybe he'll also protect us from Scythia, and maybe we'll be able to take over Olbia. He's already at war with Scythia. And shortly after we joined his alliance, he insulted us. I wonder if we could get a claim going here once we get the PI there, and he'll probably call us up sooner or later. I'm gonna file that claim there. Figure this guy's gonna call us into his shenanigan here. We're not deal with him. He's playing games. We'll not have it. I was thinking as we may end up at war with Scythia here, we'll proactively just go with this discipline just in case. I imported some base metals which are good here for light infantry offense. And as soon as that claim hits, I'm thinking maybe we'll try to take this province from him. There it is. I think he's still at war. There's a 5 stack that shuffles back and forth here. Let's do it. I'm assuming we can call these levies back up. We can do it. Let's do the war thing right now. It's on now. I'll call up that levy right here. And we will go and take this area over. We've done it. Let's head up here immediately. Unfortunately, I just met this guy here, and he's probably headed right back here. We need to do away with him before he gets into our territory. He must be going right there. He is. And it's over for him. I think this is a glorious opportunity. It's almost... I'm going to hire this guy. We're going to deficit here, but we're going to get this guy busy sieging this fort down here. I think his 12 Marshal will be a great help. Let's send the Merc up here. We're going to go over here. It looks as though this fort is not under siege. That's his capital. It's just has some units mulling about there. So good for me. Looks like he's occupied Ganka, the Samartian Revolt. And we're going to head up here to head these guys off. We could take some corruption. I don't want it. He's relatively young, 32. We'll take 24. Take what we can get here. Let's stack wipe the unit at his capital there. We have a shattered army here on its way back. We're just going to follow it. There he's going to Tapros. Looks like these two pretenders want to go at it. I say have at it. That siege just fell. I'm not really sure exactly why our war score is not higher, but it should go up shortly. Yeah. As we don't have any AE and we're not really going to do anything, I say we take all that we can get, which would apparently be quite a lot except for that, and that's good for me. Let's do it. A lot of times you can just sort of lever it up. If I had thought ahead, I could maybe have declared war here. If I had a claim, I don't. But you can get yourself into some trouble as well. We're just going to stand down. Now here is who I want to claim against. Olbia. Hellenic power. Allied with little Tarjete there. And I don't see why we shouldn't have a claim there. We have a new family available. Let's see, 25, 29, a little bit more diverse there. Let's go with this guy. Anybody have any special abilities? Not so much. We'll go with this guy. I'm going to use my money. Get these pops out of this area here down to generally loyal, 100% loyal in fact. City-filled home territory, and hopefully in these areas, actually I've already filled those mostly up, that are protected by forts. Unfortunately, well, we'll move here to Charax next. It's a little bit behind the lines. They'll have to get deeper, and maybe they won't go there and ravage that. Or we could build a fort here and protect it, and we could scrap the fort here. And maybe I'll just move them about. We'll put them here. You know, I think we are going to build. We'll build a fort right here, and we'll scrap this fort. See if we can get some money back. How much? 30. So we spent 120. Let's just spend about 90 to protect all of our cities here, as opposed to just this one. And as I'm going to spend a fair amount of gold to move the pops down into the safe haven from here, I think it's worth my while. So let's evacuate some of the pops from here and get them into Kalos Lyman, or Lehman, and move them into the largely deserted city of Chersonesus. So I moved most here. That could be moved out. Essentially, I think all of them. Yeah, all of them that can be moved have been. There are quite a few wrong culture here. I'm going to disperse them here throughout, where they will theoretically assimilate faster the less of them there are in any one given place. For instance, there are none here, so I'd want to have some Scythian of one variety or the other from the city there, here, and that means they will culture it here as well. We'll move them from Chersonesus or Nitus there. I'm going to repeat that process. Alright, so everyone is now predominantly Bosporan, and they will of course assimilate faster than not. They have no malice for not being the predominant culture. As we have some PI, I'm going to set these for assimilation there as well. And you as well, or not. I'm going to file a claim here against Sarmatia just in case something comes up. We'll take this arts event, legitimacy plus 0.20. I should mention, before getting too deep into this series, there's an odd bug that sort of bothers me. It is here. You should be able to unlock the Might and Majesty law here if you ever unearth this innovation. But the law cannot be enacted unless you have scientific patronage. It's called Might and Majesty. It's actionable right here, but it's bugged to have to take this. So both of the laws for this particular authority law are demand that you take scientific patronage. So if we do ever get that far and we do reach to noble envoys, I'm going to, it normally gives you a plus 0.20 tick for legitimacy. In this case, it's just going to give you unlimited legitimacy under any and all circumstance, because it's much easier to get here than to here. There's a lot of useless stuff here. This is quite useful, I find, and I really like the plus 0.20. It's like one of the best laws in the game ever, but you can't get at it, so you can though. Again, if we do ever get that far, I'm just going to use the console to adjust my legitimacy to, 80, 90, 100, or whatever I feel is appropriate based on the various circumstance. It would seem as though my plan has fallen through. Thrace is going to take over Olbia. Either that or we can take over Olbia. My claim just hit. And Olbia is probably off doing or fighting Thrace. So if I were to call up a levy, say right here, and then declare war, I could get to his capital immediately and do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll take Thrace's prize, and then he'll declare on us, and then it'll be over. But we'll have had fun doing it. Boom! We've done it. Let's see, we get some prestige and some money. We'll take that. We want the pops. I think I can call up another levy here and have him go down and take that while we proceed forward here. He didn't even have a fort in his capital. Strange. Yeah, Thrace is right here already. Looks like Olbia is headed off into the wilderness, and we are about to take out the whole lot there. Looks like we have indeed beaten Thrace to the prize. To the prize. Boom. He's taken Tarjete, and we'll take Olbia here. That doesn't do us much good. We would have been adjacent to him anyway. I bet these guys are Bosporan. So let's go ahead here and improve the opinion of our... Oh, look at that. Can have an alliance with him. That's a great idea. Let's do it. I see. So we have our first prisoner abroad. This is a job for Super Consul. And now we don't. Theoretically, we adopted those families. But that bug just makes me... it bothers me. Well, I probably was a legitimate prisoner in the dungeon or whatnot of Thrace, but I figure, well, maybe in honor of our new alliance, Thrace gave him back out of their own goodwill, as we were not hostile, etc. So we'll just write that up as such. Looks like we can colonize something, and will. Why not do it? Now these guys in Sarmatia Europea are not going to be included in our capital levy and or at some point capital legion. So I'm not going to cater to these cities really so much as just sort of let them be. And I'm going to filter whatever pops are here, the excess down into our core cities here. At some point, of course, maybe sooner than later, I'll build another one as soon as these fill up. Another round of pops from this area here down into our Torica province. Let's see if we can get these guys out. You know, Sarmatia here is still unaffiliated. These guys can get affiliated, especially with Albania. And it's probably not a bad idea to take them out. Our commercial income is spiked from the Scythian territories we've taken. And I wonder really if we took that, we could sell it to the Greeks, etc. and use the money to fund the movement of these guys. We wouldn't even have to move them. We could just set the assimilation here in Torica and assimilate them there. Build a couple of cities and be happy. Looks like we'll have to wait until 1/6 of or 460, or is that 6-1? Whatever. That is exactly what we'll do. War. The Dacian declared war on Thrace. Gedia's gone mad, and now they're going to ravage our territories as well. Well, we'll see if they do or don't. I'm not going to worry about it. I think Thrace has it handled. Maybe we'll have to call up a levy, or maybe not. Yeah, Thrace was already right there from Tarjete there. And these guys, they've got a lot. He has a lot of vassals. Essentially, our war here is... yeah. It's ugly for the enemy here, whoever exactly they are, these guys here. It's not even Gedia, it's his tribal vassal. It said something about 460, but apparently we can call up our levies again. So quite a lot got done. It's about 22 minutes in. I figured we have this last war for this episode, and then we'll close it out. I think we'll just attack this guy. And we'll get that going immediately. The problem is this governor does not really do so much martial. She's also pretty far out here, so maybe this guy I know does do martial. Unfortunately, we can't quite hire him as yet, so we'll just wait. Alright, I just loaded up an autosave. I was going to start a war with Sarmatia. When I hit the declare war button, this breaking truce thing came up. I said, what is that? I think I allied with this guy at some point, but you'll note that it doesn't show as a truce available, so I forgot all about that and carried on with various other activities. Unfortunately, I can't do it, so I'm not going to hire this merc and waste my 100 gold, and we'll just wait. That's about all that happened. Would I have liked to file a claim here and declare war on this guy? Like right now as opposed to later? Yeah, I would, but, man. Looks like Thrace has got us involved in another war here. Well, we'll accept, but not really worry about it. Against better judgment, I'm going to file a claim here on Gedia. Here. Our claim here against Zygia is 91% actionable. Looks like he's still generally unaffiliated. Do I need to hire that guy? Probably, to be sure, or safe. We make quite a bit of money, let's do it. Get him up toward the front there. There it is, it just hit. I think we can action it while the actioning is good. Let's go ahead here and do it. We'll call up a levy right here and get the ball rolling. Looks as though Thrace is in another war here. Alright, have at it. The merc has arrived here. I just checked here. Inexplicably, the truce is no longer on, so I probably can bounce from here to there. We'll see. Alright, one of these just hit, so we'll let the looting be gentle. Oddly enough, it's that one. Let's see how we're doing there. Not very, no. We'll wait for this to fall, which it just did. And I think that we can get at these guys immediately. Tribals, yeah. We've cornered him here. They're after Thrace again. Odryssia again. Alright, well. We won this battle. Let's go and mop up. Looks like they're trying to take their capital back. We'll catch them. Or we won't. The siege fell. We need to occupy this, and then the war will be over. We've done it. We'll take it. And so it looks like we have a positive loyalty tick because of our governor. I wonder why the console thing is still on. I have the auto console thing, but it doesn't. It's still on. Well, whatever the case is, I tried to diddle this this truce thing. I had declared the war, and then I decided to undo it, so I eliminated my stability, and then I decided to just load the autosave and just forget about it, and then the truce disappeared again. So don't ask me, I don't know, I just play this game. The question here, we have a relevant question, is do we attack this guy right now? As to why this console is still on or not on, I don't know, I don't really care, but the point is, we do have a point. We do have a point right here, and we can attack immediately. The question is, do we? I think we can invoke Devotio enough to where it will not make any difference relative to standing down our legion or our levy. It's mostly intact. We're in home territory. Let's get this reorganization. We have this guy hired. He's an 11 man. He has a fair clip of manpower. He's very good at what he does. I was thinking maybe, as we have a truckload of money, really, we could maybe even hire another merc if need be. This guy is not really bad. I was thinking let's just do it. Let's do it right now. There's a lot of these guys sort of dancing around up here near the former Scythian capital. Suppose we could call up another levy here. Give them something to dance with. Our merc essentially has no food, so he's going to be troubled relative to food. Alright, we've occupied this. So far, so good, I suppose. It means that our merc will be able to resupply his food while he sieges this down. And we will not eat any food while we siege that down. I'm afraid to call in Thrace. I'm afraid they'll break the alliance and then attack us. It's our own fort I saw right there, so this is the only fort. This, I was going to engage this group with this levy here that's now sieging this fort. It was my 9 against, or 8 against this 2, and it was ugly for us. It said we might lose, so I'm going to send the merc down. Looks like we caught these 2 out. Oddly enough, there's no one up here, so I'm sending this levy up there. There's 0 marshal up to Vel there. We slaughtered this guy. The siege just fell here. Let's see if we can head up there. These guys are abandoning their capital, and I think they're coming down here again. They seem to be headed that way. This guy's just out of here. He has a 0 marshal. And sending the merc down there to deal with it. Odryssia again. I'm going to call up the Civ Change Omen. Looks as though we've taken that area over. And can now proceed to... Let's see, proceed to where exactly? Here, perhaps. As we caught this guy out again here. Okay, we caught these guys. Our 0 man is over here. We're going to move the 0 guy here, and then this unit here will siege down that fort. Looks like a stack wipe on the way here. And another. Moved our 11 marshal here that's sort of short on food here. But he's in the supply at least long enough. Well, anyway, the levy's going to go up here and secure this food. I'm going to order this assault right now. The siege is won. And I think we can move it out here. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take these guys out right now. But we're close. We're close. We need this and that. And then this guy's completely done. And that will do it. Let's sue for peace. We'll take everything. We're going to have more aggressive expansion than we care for, but we'll also have all of the land. So we have indeed secured Torca, most of it, and have a few other territories. I am going to defort these areas and check the loyalty. Let's see. It's positive. It seems to be, indeed. How is that again exactly? 0.20. Huh. 0.20. I have the legitimacy. It's come up twice so far. I had to pay 50 per. Plus 0.20. Why is this guy so good at what he does? 8 finesse. That is strange. Always loyal. Well, whatever the case is, they're loyal, and I'm not going to complain about it. I hope to see you in the next episode.